So they've got this RFK guy in. He's completely unqualified. I just think it's funny how Trump at the inauguration was like, we're moving to a fully merit-based society. We're getting rid of DEI. Everyone will now be hired based on merit. He's totally talking out of his ass. First of all, that is an impossibility. Doing everything in your society completely based on merit, it is not feasible. You would have to be omniscient. That's why networking is so important. And succeeding in our society as a whole, it's everything is about networking. It's about who you know 90% of the time. It's not like a percentage-based thing. It's if you don't know the right person, it doesn't matter how good you are. It's like if you're 10 out of 10 drop dead gorgeous, but you never leave the house. And then you wonder why you can't get a date. Because it's a meritocracy, right? But no, you have to cross the threshold. You have to jump the bar of who you know before you can demonstrate what you know. So first of all, it's an impossibility to have a fully merit-based society. People love the idea of it. It's a great idea in principle, but it's impossible to do in practice unless you already knew everyone. But here's the reality. Meritocracy, yet we hire RFK Jr., a man that has no medical credentials whatsoever. He went to law school. That is our health secretary. That is who we nominate for health secretary. And he's the health secretary now. How is that hiring based on merit? This presidency, this is different than the first time around. Everything is so personal to Trump this time because he feels like he's been persecuted. And I can kind of understand where he's coming from. I kind of get it. You know, they don't see things completely rationally. Nobody does. I kind of understand the way that he feels. But I think that we need to be realistic and also understand why he's doing the things that he's doing. But he's hiring all of his buddies. He's nominating all of his friends. And he's trying to cut out anyone that could possibly get in the way of his cult of personality. He's hiring yes men. So it's not a meritocracy. It's literally just networking to the max. I want to use a word like nepotism. It's not really nepotism. I don't even know if there's a word for this. There probably is. I just don't know what it is. The fundamental issue I have with Trump at this point is you're taking the presidency, something that's supposed to be like a professional position where you're working in the best interests of the American people, and he's turning it into his personal pulpit to punish his enemies. It's so obvious what he's doing. And I see this and I understand where he's coming from, but I can't believe we elected him. And I've lost faith in humanity. I think he was elected based on memes, man. I'm not even joking. There's a lot of people that are like really behind Trump. But at the same time, just that wouldn't send him to the Oval Office. There's not enough diehards out there. The only thing that restores my faith a little bit, and this is weird to say, but the memes aspect, the fact that he's probably president just because like it's a meme, is better than people voting him in because they want him to take revenge on people. Like I think that is probably a better thing. Maybe we're just voting him in because it's funny, right? Why did Bubba get off the couch and go to the polls? He never goes to the polls, but he went to the polls and he voted for Trump this time. I think some people, they also feel the same way he does. They feel like since he's been persecuted, they've been persecuted. And, I don't think he's been like persecuted like Jesus on the cross here. He's been held accountable is maybe a better term. They feel like that's personally attacking them. So it's like, oh, this is a holy war, dude. I got to get off my ass and I got to go vote. So Papa got off the couch this time. He really did.
Hit that follow button, bitch.